Good morning, students. I am Ms. Mohana Sundari, Department of Chemistry. In this video, we are going to discuss Chapter 3, Matter. Let us recap. Why solids, liquids and gases have different properties? They are differentiated according to 3 points. That is, the first one, the spaces between the particles. So the particles have some spaces between them, so it will differ from solid, liquid and gases, and the force of attraction between those particles will be differ. So the arrangement of particles will be differ in each property, so the attraction also differ from them. And the last one, the amount of movement of particles. So the movement of particles will be differ from solids, liquids and gases, so that only they having different properties. And the next one, effect of heat on matter. So this can be explained by the following: interconversion of states of matter, expansion in matter, chemical changes in matter. In this class, the main learning objectives is effect of heat on matter, that is interconversion of states of matter, expansion in matter, chemical changes in matter. What is interconversion of states of matter? We already know, by increasing the temperature, the solid is converted into liquid and the liquid is converted into gas. By decreasing the temperature, the gas is converted into liquid and the liquid is converted into solid. So it has a separate process. So the conversion of solid into liquid is melting, and the liquid into gas is boiling, and the evaporation also conversion of liquid into gas. Condensation means the conversion of gas into liquid. Freezing means the conversion of liquid into solid, and the sublimation is the conversion of solid directly into gas, and also the gas converted directly into solid without the conversion of liquid state. Without undergoing the liquid state, it converted directly into gas, solid into gas and the gas into solid. This is interconversion of states of matter. So the main thing today we are going to discuss is expansion. Expansion means due to the effect of heat, the matter will start expanding. That is expansion. What is expansion? Matter expands on heating is expansion, and it contracts on cooling. While we decreasing the temperature, it starts contracting each other. So the expansion means expands on heating. So on heating the particles, the matter gain energy and they move rapidly. So the particles of matter starts moving apart from their place with the gain of energy. We already know the solid. You can take an example solid. In solids, the particles are arranged in a fixed place. While giving the heat to it, it starts moving apart from their places because they gain energy. So while they are moving apart from their positions, it causes the increase in volume. So there will be increase in shape. It occupies more space in a particular place, and if there is a decrease in density, the density automatically it decreases the density of a particular matter. So this leads to the expansion of matter. So while we heating a matter, it starts expanding. There will be increase in volume. Why it start expanding means with the gain of energy, the particles are moving rapidly from their places, so there will be an expansion in a matter. All three states of the matter expand on heating. All the three states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas, they start expanding while we give heat to that. So solids do not expand much. They do not expand much, but it will expand because there is strong force of attraction between the particles of a solid, which holds them together in a fixed positions. While comparing to liquids and gases, solids does not expand much, but they will expand little more. So because there is a strong force of attraction, so the heat transfers from one particle to another particle, there will be slight expansion will be there. In case of liquids, the force of attraction between the particles is lesser than the solids, so liquid expand more than the solids. So in case of liquid, comparing to solids, liquid have less force of attraction, so it expands more than the solids. In gases, they have very weak interparticle force of attraction, that is, the force of attraction is very weak in gases, so gases expand more than solids and liquids. While comparing to solids and liquids, gas expands very high. So examples of expansion: do you know Eiffel Tower? It expands 15 centimeter in summer season than in the winter season. That is, the Eiffel Tower is made up of a solid material. It expands in 15 centimeter in summer season than in the winter season due to the expansion. Thermal expansion means it's nothing, that is a expansion because of heat. Thermal means heat. So this causes the metal to expand. Eiffel Tower is made up of metal, that is solid thing. So solid expands, that there will be little bit of expansion, so that is 15 centimeter of expansion will be there in summer season. Hot air balloon also one of the example for expansion. The gas present in that balloon starts expanding while we giving a fire, or that means heat, to the gases, so they are flying more high because the gases become very lighter, so they are moving in upward direction. Another example, thermometer. A thermometer is also constructed on the principle of thermal expansion. While we checking our temperature of our body, at sometimes we feel feverish, so that time we will check our temperature using this thermometer. So in thermometer there is a mercury. There a red line we can see in this picture. That red line starts expanding because of our body temperature. So due to less heat, it settle down, and while gaining heat energy, it starts expanding, and we can check the temperature of our body. So thermometer is constructed based on this effect of heat of expansion. And jar lids and power lines. So we can face that jar lids are tightly closed. We cannot open it. We try it several times, but we can easily open it by we give a slight heat to that opener of the jar lid. After heating, we can try to open it, will easily open it. So it is an everyday experience that a tight metal lids are easy to remove after a passage of hot water over them. So slight heat means boiled water, that is a hot water, we can keep it in the lid of the jar. We can pour that water in the lid of the jar. After few seconds we can try it to open it, automatically opens, because due to that heat from that hot water, it starts expanding, so that we can remove the lid very easily. And power lines, we can see this power lines at everywhere while we are traveling from one place to another, or in our streets itself. So the expansion in the power line is also constructed by the metal. So due to heat, it starts expanding, it's sagging. So this is because of thermal expansion. So what happened? So the size of the object changes within the temperature. Depending upon the temperature, that is increasing temperature, the size of an object automatically changes. So a small example, you take 2 strips. Keep a strip in a fixed place. You can see that metal A, metal B are combined as one single strip. Before heating, it lies in a straight line. After heating, the metal A, metal B, so depending upon the metals also the expansion occur. Some metals expand very low, some metals expand at high rate. So depending upon the metals also the expansion will occur. So while we giving heat to that metal strips, it starts expanding. You can see that a curved like structure. So this is because of the thermal expansion. So that like only the electrical lines also expanded. And the next one, consideration during constructions. So we have to consider the type of metal and how it will expand at summer season and how it contracts at winter season. So while considering these type of properties only, we can construct very big constructions. So the expansion or contraction of a materials must be kept in mind while designing large structures. So in bridges, in a footpath, walk path, there will be some spaces between the connection of two metals. So in this picture itself we can see some holes, some curving spaces, because due to heat at summer season they expand too much from their own original size. At winter season they contract. It is an opposite property. It will expand in size. Contract means there will be decrease in size. They are opposite to each other. So we have to consider these properties, the expansion of heat property, while constructing the very large structures. So the same thing, the railway track. We can see after 1 meter or 2 meter of that track, there will be some small spaces between each track, each line. So we can see in the first picture there is a small gap between that two lines. Why means it expands at heat. It expands on heating, that is in summer season it expands, because in summer season we can feel high, very hot. So high temperature will be there in summer season, so it starts expanding. If it not there, if there is a no gap, means in the second picture we can see there is a curvy like structure, because there is no space to expand, so they changes in its shape. So it moves like it expands like a curvy, because there is no space in that lines in that railway tracks. And the transmission lines sag. In this picture we can clearly see in winter season the line will be straight, in summer season it is sagging. So on cooling, the particles of metal lose energy. We already know on heating they gain energy. So on cooling they automatically lose energy, and the interparticle force of attraction will be effective. That means it will be more while cooling a matter. So due to that, the particles become closer to each other and show contraction. So contraction is more in gases and least in solids. Contraction will be more in gases, because gases expands more as well as they contracts more. In solids the expansion will be less, and so the contraction will be also less. So in wheel there will be a metal line. It shows contraction and it shows expansions while heating. You can see in a bullock carts. So shall we see some activities based on this expansion and contraction? To show expansion in solids, the first activity, take a metal ball and try to introduce it in a metal ring at room temperature. So you can take a metal ball and you have to put that metal ball in a metal ring at normal temperature. At room temperature it easily pass through the ring, but after heating you have to heat the ball for few minutes. After heating the metal ball, it does not pass through the metal ring. Why? On heating, the metal ball expands and increases in its size. So this has happened why? The intermolecular spaces between the molecules, it also increased, so that only we cannot pass the metal ball into the metal ring. So in this activity we can came and conclusion that solids expand on heating. And the next one, take a glass bottle and cover the mouth with a balloon, deflated balloon. Without air, you have to cover the mouth of the bottle with balloon. Now keep the water bottle in a keep the bottle in a water bath. So in water bath, the water starts boiling and it spreads heat to the bottle. So after few minutes, we can see that a balloon gets inflated slowly. It starts expanding. The size of the balloon gets differed from the initial state. So it happens because the air present in the glass bottle starts getting heated, and the space between interparticle space between the gas particles also increases. So therefore gases expand on heating. So heated air expands the spaces so that only the deflated balloon becomes inflated. And the next activity, take a thin capillary tube. Capillary tube is nothing, it is a very small tube like structure. In that capillary tube, we can add a small amount of colored liquid. We can trap a single drop of liquid in that. So now introduce a capillary tube in a one-holed cork and fit this cork along the capillary onto the mouth of boiling test tube. So now we are going to fix that capillary tube into a test tube, empty test tube. Okay, now heat the test tube for 10 to 15 minutes. So we are placing that boiling test tube into a heat. So after heating for 10 to 15 minutes, there will be change in the capillary tube. That is, the colored liquid, already we trapped that liquid in a capillary tube. So that liquid rises from the initial level while we heating. So it starts moving upwards because the gas present in the test tube starts getting heated and it pushing that colored liquid towards upward, so that it rises from its initial level. After we decreasing the temperature, it again contracting. That means the gases which expands while cooling, it again contracting. So there will be a decrease in the capillary tube. That liquid will move downwards towards the test tube. So this is because the expansion of air and the contraction of air. So after we'll decreasing the temperature, it results in pushing the colored liquid downwards. While we heating, it push upwards. While we cooling, it push the liquid towards the down. So next one, activity 4, contraction in gases. Take a bottle and put some paper in it. Just put a paper in it. While putting the paper, you have to take an boiled egg. Okay, so while placing the paper in the bottle, we have to light the matchstick and we have to drop it into the bottle. So the paper gets start burning. So quickly you have to place a boiled egg in its mouth. So while placing at the first time, it will not drop inside the bottle. So wait for some time. The egg goes into the bottle. Why? So at initial stage, there is no change in the spaces between the particles of gases. So the mouth of the egg which we kept in the mouth of the bottle remains in that same position. After the burning, the egg automatically fell down into the bottom of the bottle. This is because after heating, after the paper was burned, there will be lowering of temperature. So it starts cooling. The gases present in that bottle starts cooling so that it contracts. The size what expanded first time will get contracted, so it moves towards the downward position. It moves towards the bottom, so that the egg which we placed in the mouth also pulled up to the bottom. What the egg we kept in the mouth of the bottle is pulled towards the bottom of the bottle because of the contraction in gas. So the reason is that only. The heat produced due to burning heat up the air inside the bottle. So this causes expansion. After the paper stops burning, the air inside the bottle starts cooling and it contracts. So this creates a very low pressure in the bottle. So the egg is now pushed out by the outside air pressure to get sucked into the bottle. So this is also happening in while we drinking juice through the straw. The same pressure will be acted. So we are sucking juice from the straw. This is because of the pressure inside and outside of the juice bottles. So here also that only the egg undergoes the contraction of gases. And the last one, the effect of heat of matter, the chemical change also happen. So chemical change in matter. Chemical change is also one of the effect of matter on heating. So in this change, a new substance is formed. So chemical change. If a matter undergoes a chemical change, a new substance will be formed. So the property of new substance is entirely differ from the property of original substance. It completely differ from the initial stage. So while we blasting of crackers, it produces different lights, heats. So it will be colorful, but we cannot get back the initial stage of that cracker. So the new substance, ash, smoke will be formed. So that is also an example for chemical change in matter due to heat. So due to chemical changes, the change will happen in their chemical properties. In fact, we can take a raw egg. While you started cooking by giving the heat to the egg, it cooked very well. It starts boil and it cooked nicely. So after cooking that egg, we can recover a original of raw egg. No, we cannot recover the raw egg, because while giving heat, it completely changed into a new substance. We cannot recover the old substance. Like the bomb blasting also, due to heat it starts blasting, it damages all other things around it, and it causes smoke, fire, heat, light around us, but we cannot recover the original thing. Because of that, heat act in a matter, cause a chemical change, and the new product is formed, which is entirely from the original one. So for examples, burning of candle is also example for a heat on matter causes chemical change. Burning of wood, burning of paper, baking of cake, these are all example for chemical changes. While baking of cake, we add flour, sugar, essence to that. After giving heat to that, a new substance, that is a tasty cake, is formed, where that raw flour, sugar are converted into a single cake, which is entirely different from their original properties. Like that, burning of wood. Before that, the wood is normal. After while giving heat to that, it starts burning. It provides smoke, heat, light around us. So after the burning of wood, we cannot get back the original wood. So this is also an example. Like that, paper also. Candle, while we burning a candle, it releases heat energy and it will give light to us, as well as the wax present in the candle starts melting. So the burning of wax also produce a water vapor and carbon dioxide gas and soot. So while combining these all things together, we cannot get back the original candle. So these are the other new substance produced because of the burning of candle. So matchstick also is like saying that we cannot get back the original matchstick. So example of chemical change. Not only heat causes chemical changes. The fermentation, rusting, explode, oxidization, corrosion, tarnishing, burning, or rotting of fruits and vegetables. These are all examples for chemical changes. But in this lesson, we discussed only about heat, which cause chemical changes. So this is an exception. You can gain this in your mind. So chemical properties means chemical property is generally we can say the reactivity of a particular thing. So how it reacts towards oxygen, how it reacts towards water, how it reacts towards heat. These are all decide the chemical properties of a matter. So notice that it is not easy thing like identifying the physical properties. So chemical property is not easy to observe. It is very difficult to identify the chemical properties of a particular substance. It differs from each substance. Each matter will differ from their chemical properties. So the ripening of fruits also an example for chemical changes in matter. So thank you students. I hope you all understood the class. Thank you.